Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of In the Box Seats, where we talk all things Gold Coast Turf Club. Once again joined by the panel. Gibbo, Ella, how are we all?
Hello. Good. I'm ecstatic this week. I know you're going to talk about it straight off the bat. I got a winner. I stuck on Espresso Love and I was the winner last week. So happy days from me.
Can we just add some fire emojis on the screen?
All right, Gibbo, that's all we've got time for.
Yeah.
Should we do a tally, see how many times I can mention it in the show?
I think I liked it more when she was tip and lose.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't feel under pressure for your job.
Yeah, exactly.
Well done to Ella last week, finding Espresso Love. Has been a good horse for Denny Begor this preparation, winning a couple of races on the Poly. Had good success last week, the Gold Coast trainers, particularly here, but also on the big stage, the Queensland Oaks. The Chris Lees prepared, Emma Cura scoring, and Les Kelly preparing the third place, get a no and a deal. And if you make some sort of also line to the second horse, Rio does its fast work here at the Gold Coast when based up here.
Yeah, and good on you for the third horse. You mentioned the third horse at I think it was about $18 a place or something. Yeah. It landed.
We're not here
nice
to
work.
Winners.
That's my job.
Nice work throwing that out. That's more than most winners paid last weekend. So you'd throw that out there, so well done.
Says a lot for this Poly track. The first three over the line all did their fast work here on Tuesday morning going into the race, and going back 7 days earlier, it also produced the Queensland Derby winner in Kovalikas.
Very impressive Derby winner.
So there's a lot of form coming out of the Poly track, and particularly not just at grassroots level. We're talking the top stuff. So there'll also be a contingency of Gold Coast horses going to the races again this week. A number of horses have worked here leading into the Stradbroke weekend. Also, speaking of the Queensland Oaks, we caught up with Mel Eggleston on Tuesday morning. Mel became somewhat infamous after the race last week, where he tried, I think, 6 or 7 different people to get a handshake, and he...
How that isn't a meme yet, I don't know. I don't know how.
He completely missed out, but it seems to be a theme in the stable, because we've actually got footage of Chris Lees winning a race at Flemington during Cup Week, and he completely missed the boat as well. So it must be a thing in the Chris Lees stable. But Mel was great to catch up with last week. Also, special mention of Adam Campton, first runner in black type racing last week. With Deepaw, who ran a cracking race in the Lightning. He just has Ramornie or a race like that written all over him.
Perfect race for him. I really like that horse. And I tell you what, when he loomed up behind them, just being on him every start last prep, I thought he was going to go past him. Still a really good run. Great way to kick the prep off. And I think Adam's trained about 5 of his last 15, I think. Yep. So going really well.
Also worth mentioning the interview you did with Helen Page as well. Yeah. That's up on our socials. That was such a feel-good interview. Couldn't stop watching.
No, she's absolute sweetheart of a filly trifling, and we wish Helen all the best. She's had a lot of good horses over the years, and you could just tell on Tuesday she's got a real soft spot for this filly, and she's right in the race for sure.
Far worse roughies than that. She was enormous last start, but she was very, very good. And it was a very even race, and so's this feature. So I think it's every chance.
Let's have a look at the social scene this week, Ella.
This week we've got our Coordinate Advisory Race Day, a long-term sponsor of the club, one of our board members, Jared Young's company coming along. They do Stradbroke Day here at the Gold Coast every year. So that'll be a great day to get out to. All of our restaurants, general admission packages open. And now I can't go away this episode and not mention the Men Matter Raceday, because a lot of things have been locked in and there are a lot of exciting stuff coming up. I can announce that we have 2 cars that are up for grabs on the day. One will be auctioned and one will be raffled. Both of them separately worth over $55,000. So if I was you, I would get your tickets, because that is something not to be missed.
I think you only had to look at the chairman's Facebook post, and he said there was cryptic clues, but he actually put the photo of the car up there.
Not very cryptic.
But no, the day is building. It is going to be a ripper in a couple of weeks.
Have to look into the eligibility of winning that, I think.
Yeah,
you'll be here for the Stallion Soiree.
Yeah, Stallion Soiree in the Glass House. Myself and partner in crime, Curb. He's a comedian. He's working on some gear now, and he's told me multiple times he wants to see this mounting yard that I keep talking about. He's not much of a horseman, so He might be let down.
So if you still want to get tickets to the Stallion Soiree, $180 per person, or if you get a group of 10, you get a discount. So all the links, everything to book is up on our website. So a day not to be missed. I wanted to get in before Brett and Steve come back on the show to announce those cars, because
That's
I
exciting.
get the feeling it would be my first Men Matter Race Day, but this one shapes as it's going to be the biggest one that they've had so far.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, yep.
So-
It gets bigger every year, and sounds like this is going to be enormous.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's try and find a winner on the weekend here on the Gold Coast Poly. 7 race cards, some competitive racing.
Yeah, I thought it was a little tougher this week, but I'm sort of looking early for my first one. Race 3, number 2, No More Red. Look, I know it's only run the 1 of 20, but has run really good every time it finds its track. I just think it finds the right race again, either leads or just box seats, get every possible opportunity, and that's what I like on the Poly. So race 3, number 2, No More Red. And I'll also mention one that I think's come back particularly well, race 5, number 1, Purnell. Showed good form last prep, and he's doing the same on the Poly. Does get back, but last start, we were just talking off air, it was back and wide and working and still the strongest through the line. So trip's a little query, but off that run, I have to have something on race 5, number 1, Purnell.
Yeah, it was a huge run last week. Ella?
I won't mention anything about No More Red. I know that I've been a jinx in the past.
Well,
so
you're
I'll
hot to
leave
trot.
I'll leave that over there. I'm actually going to go race 1, number 7, Who Invited Her? It's what people normally say when I walk in the room. But it was very interesting to see a Kieran Maher and David Eustace horse running here on Saturday. So I thought, why not? While they're up here for obviously the Winter Carnival, they're probably bringing one of the horses here to do some work. So Bailey Wheeler aboard, which I've also been told not to back. But hey, we're gonna steer clear, and we're just going to go for it this week and go, Who Invited Her? Race 1, number 7.
Off the run at Canberra, looks pretty well placed in that first event. I'll settle upon Meriden Flash, race 6, number 2, beat R&T on debut, then won a race at Ballina by 5 lengths. Has obviously had a few issues, had a long time off, but has trialled well. I think Toby and Trent have targeted this race to get a first up kill with Meriden Flash, race 6, number 2. Also like to make mention of a couple of other notes that have come across my desk. I do work here, so I've got a desk. Our main man, Adam Gardini, does all the show. He puts it all together. He's currently filming now, so this is going straight to him. He had a runner last Friday, so obviously we filmed the show here on Thursday, and his horse was in on Friday. And did anyone get a mention?
No, I didn't get a...
No, I didn't even get a text, nothing.
$26 into 8.
He kept that one under wraps, didn't he?
I saw him bright and early Tuesday morning, and he was quick to mention that he got the $26. So
If I could break rolls here, I get
I thought we were a family.
Wow.
We were building,
I thought, we work together.
Yeah.
Clearly, we need to keep our...
Give and take relationship. We give a lot, he takes a lot.
Adam does a great job, and well done last week. $26 into $8. He was able to get the money in the second race at the Sunshine Coast last Friday.
Really happy for you.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt at all.
Quickly, we'll have a look at the Stradbroke on Saturday. It's probably one of the more even Stradbrokes that we've had for a number of years. How did you see it?
Yeah, keen to get your thoughts, because I was pretty keen Af Cabin. I've actually never been in his corner, and the more I did his replays, the more I liked him. Look, the barrier is an issue for me, but I like the fact he's a good 3-year-old. He's still got plenty of upside. He's got a turn of foot, a good jock. So look, ticks a lot of boxes bar that barrier, but if he can just get 3 wide with cover, I think that would be good enough. So I think he's still a bit of value at double figures. Horses like Cardinal Jam, the favourite's clearly the one to beat.
Yep.
I just find it hard to have a runner in a Stradbroke with a 2 in front of its price.
Yeah.
So that was my little query there. So Half Cabin's one of our little something on.
Cardinal Jam. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just keep coming back to that BRC sprint run where he was off the track.
Yeah.
I think the barrier is perfect for him. I think he'll run a super race at around that $14, $15. Ella?
Look, I tipped a Kieran Maher, David, you said horsey. I thought I'd stick to the theme. So I'm going number 13, Royal Merchant with Ben Thompson. Not really sure why. I just thought, hey, I'll stick to a theme and go with this one. So we're going to back number 13, Royal Merchant.
Why not?
And just a quick shout out to the CEO before I leave. I'm told he enjoyed his fireball shots last Thursday at a long lunch. So he'll know who that's from, but Hope he's tuned into the episode again this week. No doubt Steve doesn't miss an episode. Surely
Never,
he doesn't.
surely not.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us again on In the
Thank you
Box
very
Seat.
much.
Hopefully we've found a winner or two, and we're back again next week to do it all again. We're racing at Aquas Beaudesert next Saturday as the Gold Coast takes another Saturday off. So Beaudesert, the venue, next week. Catch you all then.